Hello, hello. Bin zurück. Eieiei. Direkt mal husten, ey. Guck mal hier, ab heute auch neu im Game Pass, Redfall. Habe ich vorhin bei Dense ein bisschen gesehen. Und bei dem, der hatte einfach 20 FPS. Obwohl der eine 4080 drin hat. Also das würde ich euch schon mal empfehlen, in nächster Zeit nicht zu spielen. Das sah schon bescheiden aus. Redfall. Sah schon bescheiden aus. Guck mal, jetzt steht es auch jetzt drunter hier in Kürze in Game Pass nicht mehr verfügbar. Diese Schweine. Die wollen uns einfach Danganronpa wegnehmen, ey. Ohne Scheiß. Die wollen uns einfach Danganronpa wegnehmen. Können die doch nicht machen. Spiked schon soft.
Danganronpa.
Eieiei. So. Ich habe jetzt gestern so ein bisschen gefühlt mittendrin, als noch was passiert ist, aufgehört. Aber, ja, keine Ahnung. Ich hätte einfach direkt nach dem Fall abspeichern sollen. Für die, die es gestern nicht gesehen haben, wir haben gestern noch das letzte Class Trial hinter uns gebracht, sozusagen. Also zumindest wird gesagt, das letzte Class Trial. Und irgendwie, sie hier wurde zum Tode verurteilt und wurde exekutiert. Und ja, dann hat Monokuma irgendwie erzählt, ja, es sind jetzt noch 2 Tage, dann ist dieser komische Countdown abgelaufen und dann, ja, dann könnt ihr alle runter von der Insel oder keine Ahnung, dann endet die ganze Chose hier. Und unser Hauptcharakter hat sich irgendwie halt ins Bett gelegt und hatte gar keinen Bock mehr auf gar nichts, weil er so Depri ist. Und lag einfach einen Tag jetzt nur im Bett rum. Deswegen sind es auch nur noch irgendwie 8 Stunden oder sowas, bis dieser Countdown abgelaufen ist. Und irgendwas war jetzt komisch. Irgendwie ist die Welt so ein bisschen rumgeglitscht, keine Ahnung. Ich habe das schon mal irgendwann schon mal vermutet, glaube ich, im Stream auch gesagt, dass das vielleicht alles so ein bisschen hier virtuelle Realität ist und die gar nicht wirklich auf einer Insel sind. Vielleicht bewahrheitet sich das jetzt, vielleicht auch nicht, keine Ahnung. Auf jeden Fall steht eine bereits tote Person gerade vor uns. Keine Ahnung. Keine Ahnung, was jetzt passiert. Wir schauen einfach mal. Ja, wird sich schon irgendwie erklären. Ne? Wird sich schon irgendwie erklären. Gehen wir also rein. Warte, ich kann noch mal kurz hier kann ich Transkript aufmachen. Hier steht auch noch mal Dings. Hier quasi hat auch schon so ein bisschen rumgeglitscht. Hier steht dieselbe Textzeile irgendwie einfach 4-mal. Dieses I rushed out of the college desperate to escape that fear. Und der hat sich plötzlich irgendwie so komisch gefühlt und deswegen wollte der unbedingt raus. Und dann auch hier der Untertitel am rumglitschen. Also ja, irgendwie, keine Ahnung. Und dann ist er rausgegangen. Da, when I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her. Und plötzlich steht Chiaki vor uns. Ah, Hajime, good timing. Good timing? What do you mean? Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb Brokus. What about it?
Well,
Apparently there was more to that message inside the laptop. Huh?
yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that? Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Ist jetzt auch schon komisch, er sagt halt nichts dazu, dass sie plötzlich vor ihm steht, so. Er sagt halt nichts dazu, dass sie plötzlich vor ihm steht, obwohl sie eigentlich tot sein sollte. Also mit uns stimmt anscheinend gerade auch irgendwas mächtig nicht. Der spinnt ja wahrscheinlich, ey. Got it, the restaurant. Okay, gehen wir zum Restaurant. Ich denke mir immer so, wenn ich hier so rumlaufe, es müsste so eine Mod geben, wo das dann hier so ein Shooter ist und du hier so irgendwie, keine Ahnung, rumballerst. So einfach ein Shooter in Kacke einfach. Jetzt sind bestimmt alle da, ne? Keiner ist tot einfach. Okay, doch nicht. Hey, you're late. Is it true Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sanya and thank her. She was the one who found out. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster and I found it when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well.
A coincidence, you say. Wrong. That is the will of casualty guiding you. Okay, der ist auch wieder da, gerade. Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right.
I wonder who's watching this message.
Is it a traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. Ended the way he hoped it would?
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor, damn it. It was just as Monokuma said.
Hey.
So he really set up the traitor as a killer and even tried to make them survive the trail? But why would he do that? Enough of your useless talk. It appears there's still more. Hä? Also die tauchen irgendwie kurz auf, so dass die irgendwie was sagen, aber sie stehen nicht im Raum, so quasi. Also entweder wir haben einfach nur eine Macke und hören die irgendwas sagen, oder ich weiß auch nicht. Kann das sein, dass wir einfach gerade nur eine Macke haben und die Leute deswegen sehen und die anderen sehen die gar nicht? But if everyone but the trader is watching this video, then unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me. Now then, let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final death room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean, den Sound habe ich jetzt auch unbedingt dafür noch gebraucht, ne? The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. And so I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolve to take action immediately. Kann sein, dass du der Traitor bist? Ne, der Traitor war ja jetzt die Dingens. Die hat das ja auch zugegeben. Deswegen alle nicht mehr da sind. Verstehe ich gerade nicht. so, weil er irgendwas gesagt hatte. Ja. Das glaube ich nicht. Also du meinst jetzt quasi, dass er sich das gerade quasi alles einbildet und niemand mehr da ist und ich der Trader bin und deswegen überlebt habe so. Keine Ahnung. Dann stimmt ja das, also. Dann musste er am Ende von dem Class Trial halt auch schon übelst rumgesponnen haben. Aber wer weiß, kann eine Möglichkeit sein. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down I always wanted to become the protagonist myself. Alter, dieser Sound, ne? Check the web for details. But now that I know the truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the future foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Because Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... Junge. Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that? But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is that message you found at Nezumi Castle.
Well,
Normally, you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place, but since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monimi, but that has nothing to do with me. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So, I will announce the password. 11037. That is the password that was written in Nezumi Castle. Wie schreibt direkt in Chat? Stark. You have to use that to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever. That's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me. Ist klar.
please call me
Die Ultimate Hope. Alter. Ich krieg gleich einen Lattenschuss, ey. Noch weiter hier so rumglitscht. This was Nagito's final message. That number that Nagito said was the password. There's no mistaking it. That's the password to enter the ancient ruin. You better hurry. I think let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right, let's go. Oder? Noch immer. Irgendwie, wenn ich noch den Controller eingesteckt habe, zieht er irgendwie das Bild nach rechts. Warum auch immer. Obwohl ich da sonst keine Probleme mit habe, dass der irgendwie einen Drift hätte oder so. Now's not the time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin or the second island. Ich habe dahin geklickt auf die Dingens und bin plötzlich komplett woanders. Cool. Now's not the time to investigate. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin. Ich glaube, mein Spiel ist kaputt. Ich brauche ein neues Spiel. Ruins. Somehow, it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy.
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? He back. Was geht ab? There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right, it's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the frills, the chills, the kills. Ah, if you're gonna let it out, why not gonna do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Dumbass.
Hey, now's not the time to fuck around. It's going to be alright, you don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward, together.
Shut up.
The hell, don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order. Oink oink oink.
What?
What was that? I told her that you only understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my
I'm going
family.
to kill you.
Hajime.
Hajime, the password please. Yeah, I know. Right?
Fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future. Open. Zu hell! Weg da Farbe, hier wird gerätselt. Beyond this door, the future is awaiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone go?
Okay, die haben die auch gesehen.
Everyone?
What? Something's wrong? What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... Alles glitscht einfach rum. This world? Null. Der Countdown ist bei 0. Das ist jetzt doch eine Bombe oder was? Stage clear. What the fuck, ey? Aber ich habe das richtig verstanden. Die dürfen die Insel. Die haben ja immer noch keinen Weg, direkt die Insel zu verlassen. Also der hat jetzt nicht gesagt, ja, hier ist ein Boot und hier verlass die Insel. Sondern es war einfach so, ja, es wird hier enden so von mäßig, von wegen. Wenn die Dingens und ja, dann keine Ahnung. Gamers Backpack. Von der Chiaki. Clear Chapter 5. Okay, guck mal, jetzt ist der Chapter 5 zu Ende. Chapter 0. Heading to the school trip. Warum machen die das nicht einfach? Ja, wie gesagt, sie haben ja trotzdem noch keine Möglichkeit. Sie haben ja jetzt kein Boot oder ein Flugzeug oder sonst irgendwas, um die Insel so einfach zu verlassen. Also keine Ahnung. Der hat halt nur gesagt, es wird enden, wenn der Countdown zu Ende ist. Und dann, ja, verbringt eure 2 Tage noch da. Would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I would have to steady with myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent. Detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. How boring. Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room I heard a voice. Alter, was ist das für ein komisches Geräusch wieder, ne, gerade? Ist ja krass nervig. It was clearly directed at me. You look like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships? Ah, that's right, that's it. So this is a ship? You just realized it now? Is it really funny? Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me. Instantly I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile, but under that thin skin I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid slime. Man spinkst wie mit Fabi. Wie soll ich ihn denn spinken? Fabi muss sich als Batman verkleiden. Muss die Augen so schwarz färben. Deine geile Maske. Das ist doch der Anfang, oder? Ja, da stand jetzt auch ja gerade Chapter 0. Aber eigentlich wissen die ja nicht, wie die auf die Insel gekommen sind. Also haben die ja zumindest die ganze Zeit gesagt. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Komoeda. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me. So to share a room with a person like that, yeah, but I'm definitely lucky. Den Dialog gab's aber bisher noch nicht hier. Ah, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess? Huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope's Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us. But that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Oh, sorry. I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you, this world. This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Perhaps. Does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well, using people is a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already... I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me. Even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Then, Will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much? Hate? Then explain your hand. Ah, this. The end of that bandage. Guck mal, was der für Fingernägel hat, fällt mir auch gerade auf, ey. Der Nagito. The hell? It's a woman's hand, right? Was? Hä? Hatte eine Hand von einem anderen als Hand. Oder von einer anderen, eher gesagt. Haha, isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I have successfully become one with ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I see, so you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. Die Ultimate Despair war ja Dingens. War ja aus dem ersten Teil. Die war doch die Ultimate Despair, oder? Die Dingens da. Die sich da totgestellt hat und die dann, beziehungsweise was heißt totgestellt hat. Die Doppelgänger hatte. Ich weiß nicht mehr, wie die heißt gerade. Keine Ahnung. Aber die auf jeden Fall Monokuma gesteuert hat. Und er spricht ja auch von einer Sie. That's why I took her power. And for that I... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? That's strange. Ooh. Oh, look out the window. We're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hi, can I see you again? There's no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you're boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. Das sind doch ihre Fingernägel. Ja, Junko. Genau, Junko. Siehst doch ihre roten langen Fingernägel. Ich weiß nicht, ob das jetzt schon während des Spiels so war quasi, dass der die ganze Zeit so eine Hand hat, die so, also die eine Frauenhand war, keine Ahnung. Weiß ich halt echt nicht. Ich könnte jetzt nicht sagen, dass es so zu 100% nicht so war. Really don't play along, do you? Aber einerseits wäre denen das dann bei dem Mord jetzt aufgefallen, oder? Weil da haben die ja schon auf die Hände geguckt. Really don't play along, do you? Heading to the school ship. End. Okay. So ein kurzes Chapter. Huh? What is this? It's a door. Huh? A door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Oh, mein Klassenzimmer. Geil. Huh? Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered in that classroom, just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island?
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system.
Und leider kann ich niemanden erschießen, Leon. Leider nicht.
Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Okay, an exam. Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope Speak Academy," but why would this place be Hope Speak Academy and not just that? What is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? Sorry, it's the cola. This clock doesn't have any hands. A clock without hands is meaningless. Why would something like this be in the classroom? So, jetzt wird Danganronpa 1 und Danganronpa 2 durchgespielt. Ja, ich glaube auch, ne? Ich glaube auch, ey. What is this? In a normal classroom there would be a window, but instead there's this iron plate bolted here. When I tried knocking on it with my fist, looks like it's a pretty thick iron plate. Is this to keep us trapped? What the heck? This place where iron plates are covering the windows inside the classroom. Is it really Hope Speak Academy? Und das ist auch wieder das Surveillance Camera. Das ist so Surveillance Camera. Why would there be a surveillance camera inside the school? I wonder, does this have the same purpose as the surveillance cameras on Jabberwock Island? If so, who's watching us? Is it who's ever controlling Monokuma? Leave here? Yes. Wir kennen diesen hallway. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope Speak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope Speak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right, that's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go. And definitely clear things up. Das ist dieselbe Map. Und die Türen hier sind alle zu, oder was? Kommen nirgendwo rein. Alles zugeglitscht. Hauptsache. Nicht mal auf Toilette kann ich gehen. The gymnasium is here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cover away anymore. And so I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. Goodbye. Goodbye, Academy of the Despair. This is the end. Chapter 6. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. It was a normal gymnasium.
Damn right.
Wieso hast du David eigentlich nicht umgebracht, bevor die 20 Diplomatik hat? Weil ich es so lustiger fand. Und ich dachte, David könnte das Spiel schneller beenden. Weil er hatte ja irgendwie 15 zu dem Zeitpunkt, als ich es dann mitbekommen habe. Ich habe selber erst wirklich, also ich hatte so ein bisschen auf dem Schirm, dass er die ganze Zeit bekommt. Aber ich dachte, das dauert noch ewig so. Dann habe ich gesehen, dass er 15 hat. Und dachte mir so, ey, wäre schon lustig, wenn er jetzt einfach gewinnt. Und dann habe ich halt gesehen, dass man die freie Statue noch bauen kann, dass die noch niemand gebaut hat. Und habe gesehen, ja, okay, bei mir wird es 8 Runden dauern. Dann soll er die mal bauen und dann sind wir fertig. Aber ja, hat dann doch leider ein bisschen länger gedauert. Aber ja, mir hat das jetzt nichts ausgemacht, dass er gewonnen hat. Das war ganz okay. Wenn ich das jetzt einfach unterbunden hätte wollen, dann hätte ich es auch einfach gemacht so. Das wäre halt, dann hätte es nicht so leicht geholt so. Ja, er hat ja dann später gesagt, dass er die nicht bauen konnte, weil er irgendwie keinen Hafen hatte oder so. Kein Hafen, also wenig Hafen wahrscheinlich und kein Hafen, wo es halt direkt hingepasst hätte oder so. Ich weiß es nicht genau. David ist halt nicht so super erfahren, ne, was Civ angeht. They heard the announcement and came here too. You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
Und ich dachte halt, so endet das Spiel halt schneller. Weil ich wusste, bei mir wird es noch ewig dauern und bei Dustin und ja. Yeah, what do you make all of this? Onokuma said this place was Hope's Academy or something? That cannot be possible.
Well,
You're right.
yeah.
Any way you look at it, it's impossible. Hello, how does it feel to return to long-awaited Hope's Academy? You. Hey, where are we? Why did you lock us up this time? Where did you lock us up? What a shock, I just told you guys this is Hope's Academy.
Of course not.
There's no way in hell that's true.
No, no.
But it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Academy. Well, that's what's left of it anyway. What's left of it? Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Academy fell to ruin. You were serious about that? I don't believe it. But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserve to be ruined for. What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all the trouble to bring you to Hope's Academy and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic. Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone?
Don't fuck with me.
Enough with this bullshit. Just spit it out already. Where did you take us, you bastard? Though I'm not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and...
In other words,
It means... I made this Hope's Academy between the door and the ruin and the inside of the ruin. Was? I made this Hope's Academy between the door and to the ruin, the inside of the ruin. Ich verstehe den Satz nicht ganz, aber okay. Zwischen der Tür zur Ruine und dem Inneren der Ruine. Okay. Verstehe ich nicht. What do you mean between?
Hey, hey, hey.
What do you mean made?
what's this?
Oh my, are your minds getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. entertainment. Are you planning to make us do something? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way!
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you will be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam. Then, what is the graduation exam? Well, as a headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On the one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate, but on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh? We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here. Es wird wahrscheinlich genauso wie am Ende von Danganronpa 1 sein, ne? Dass die Außenwelt halt komplett im Arsch ist. Und dann so, ja, ihr könnt jetzt aussuchen, entweder ihr lebt hier und habt hier ein einigermaßen entspanntes Leben, oder ihr geht raus in die kaputte Welt. You're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here. This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
No.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Main cast?
Hey,
Meaning you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So please rest assured and strive to do your best during the field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with these cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this. Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How do we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There's no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like that. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. This building is really Hope's Peak Academy? Also Jabberwock Island war auf jeden Fall irgendwie nur so eine virtuelle Welt, wo die dann einfach drin waren. Muss ja irgendwie so sein. Anders funktioniert der ganze Scheiß nicht. This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long. What in the world is going on? Damn it, why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I would become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope. If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worth of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you are born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who never had a talent to begin with. Ist gerade 420. Nice. Nobody who forget he was a nobody at all. That's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this? Ask me, did something happen?
Hey, bastard.
Now is not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. Don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it.
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey.
Zockt den Leon schön wieder Sith, ey. Ich hatte ja auch Lust am Wochenende Sith zu spielen wieder, ne? Aber wahrscheinlich nicht daheim. Aber mal schauen. Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation? Bin hier mit Frankreich Kultur am Werkeln. Gut, ey. Gegen CPU, in welchem Schwierigkeitsgrad? Even so, Chiaki and Monomi are gone. Our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So they are not World Ender? Then we really were tricked by Monokuma? However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monomi never once denied that. Even if they are our allies. They might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chucky said she could not betray the Future Foundation, but if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. So what should we do? Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do that radiation exam, right? Radiation exam, right? Huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Ich muss das mal irgendwie umstellen hier. Es kann doch nicht sein, dass sich immer der Browser öffnet, wenn ich irgendwo am Lurken bin und da irgendwo geradet wird, ey. Was ist das für ein Shit? Was ist das für ein Shit? Ja, der Browser drängt sich in den Vordergrund. Wenn ich irgendwo am Lurken bin und dann derjenige irgendwo hinraidet, dann macht der Browser einfach whoop. Ja, ich bin hier. Es hängt wahrscheinlich mit der Erweiterung zusammen, die Punkte sammelt. Ich habe keine Ahnung. But I guess it's better than people dying. Das ist aber nicht die Standardeinstellung. Nee. Ich glaube, das hängt mit dieser Erweiterung ein, die Punkte sammelt. Ich habe das aber auch nicht. Keine Ahnung, ich weiß es nicht. Well, I guess it's better than people dying. Monoguma said something about a field trip, right? Das macht Better DTV bei mich. Ja, ich habe auch eigentlich gesehen, dass Franker Face das auch kann, wenn man das einstellt. Also eigentlich kann ich die Erweiterung, glaube ich, löschen, aber vielleicht später oder so. Is he telling us to investigate like we have been? Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Like...
Yeah, we might be able to learn something about it. About Hope, speak about Academy, about ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can't just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, we can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means.
Of course.
Hell yes. He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Hope's Peak Academy, none of that matters. What's important is I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive, just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But Monokuma should already know that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own or not. We want to leave Jabberwock Island. You should already know that we never chose to stay on this island.
Hey.
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building? Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside the damn building. Well, just go on ahead for now. Ey, direkt schon wieder. Das ist doch nicht deren Ernst, ey. Hey, you're already going? Einfach gut, dass es direkt auch nochmal passiert, ne? Direkt auch nochmal. Ohne Scheiß. Einfach zum Joker geratet worden, ey. Was soll der Shit? Da hier. Dieses Automatic Twitch Drops Moments und was weiß ich nicht. Das muss das eigentlich sein. Aus Brave entfernen. Ja, entfernen. Und eigentlich müsste ich, habe ich zumindest letztes Mal gesehen bei Franker Face C, dass du das auch da einstellen. Warum lädt jetzt die Seite neu? Keine Ahnung. Dass du das auch da einstellen kannst bei Franker Face C, dass der hier irgendwo Kanalpunkte, da Boni automatisch abholen. Den habe ich auch letztes Mal schon angeklickt. Also eigentlich müsste der jetzt auch die Punkte abholen. Das will ich in einem Case Race sehen, ja. Auf jeden Fall, ey. Ach, der lädt jetzt alles neu, weil ich die Erweiterung ausgemacht habe. Deswegen habe ich dann, wenn ich glaube ich so ein Kaiser Race auch hatte zuletzt, dann auch extra den Browser einfach komplett geschlossen und nirgendwo gelurkt, damit sowas nicht passieren kann. You're already going? What is that idiot thinking, running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She's obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives. Beinahe schlimmer als Poseidons Kuss. What? So we should do our best as well, like they say. It is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. Dass du das fragst. If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal. Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonja said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Doch, ich kill euch jetzt alle. Einfach so ohne Grund kill ich euch jetzt alle. Weil ihr mir so auf den Sack geht. Wäre schon gut, oder? Then let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium. I should do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Wenn man auf Toilette scheißen gehen, kein Papierfeuer reinwerft und das Klowasser. Ich muss. Junge, ey. Okay. Davor sollte man sich immer schützen. Now then, please excuse me. Sonja took a deep bow, then left her in the gymnasium. Miss Sonja,
Sonia!
please don't leave me, I'm being left in danger, bla bla bla. Ah ja, der ist auch hinterhergegangen. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more, and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Okay, hier gibt's nicht mal was zu investigaten. Safe our shit. Hm. Hä? Jetzt bin ich auf einem anderen Stockwerk. Huh? That's weird. This is a hallway I walked through to get the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he really trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for this trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Wie alles hier einfach rumglitscht, ey. Ich krieg so viel. Kann doch nicht in die Räume rein. This is a hallway. There's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? visible wall. Okay, ins Dojo kann ich rein. Ja, hier war dieses Dingens, ne? Hier war dieser Garten. Ich hoffe, ich habe nichts verpasst. Musste nach Fabi schauen, der hat Selbstgespräche gemacht. Alles gut, Mama. Mama Vivi. Ich muss Maximix in das Glas machen. Ich muss Maximix in das Glas machen. Vivi hat richtig Spaß, ey. Da hast du dir was angelacht. Und hat er es geschafft. Er ist kläglich gescheitert. Die Quest war zu hart. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to accept the inside of this building to make sense. Was mit Maximix bringt, weil er in die Küche geht. It's armor and a helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect the Japanese dojo? Was für Map Developer, bitte? What this is? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morals is the History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Cool, let's start with history first, class.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. Letzte Mix, Leute, es muss ins Glas. Hast du deine Tabletten noch nicht genommen, Fabi? So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. I picked up the manga from off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Du schon wieder. Der Random, ey. Moin. Schönen guten Abend. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-founded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Manga for Morals. So, jetzt geht's ins BF rein, Main. Jetzt spielt er einfach Battlefield ohne mich, oder was? Willst du mich verarschen, ey? Vivi, hau den mal. Hau ihn mal! Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent. It is also a school for researching talent as well. However, the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in founding. Spiel doch mit ihm. Ja, aber dann muss ich ja jetzt wieder aufhören, Danganronpa zu spielen. Und dann hassen mich wieder an. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research. Ja, und? So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Sei dabei, mich hassen auch schon alle. Junge, ey. Johoho, johoho.
Viel Erfolg, Fabi, und denk einmal daran, ich muss Mezzo Mix in das Glas machen.
Ich muss Mezzo Mix in das Glas machen. Mezzo Mix, Mezzo Mix. Ey, Dankeschön für den Sub, Leon. Dankeschön für den Sub, ey. 11 Monate, geiler Typ, ey. Na, wie lief der Seed, ey? Ganz okay. Ganz okay. Das Einzige, was super scheiße war, ich habe die Flippers halt komplett last located. Ich hatte am Ende noch Dingens, ich hatte Misery Mire, Turtle Rock und Swamp Palace offen noch, ne? Und ich war gerade auf dem Berg, weil ich mir da gedacht habe, ach ja, komm, ich habe 2 Embleme und der dritte weiß ich auch, wo es ist. Gehen wir einfach mal hin. Wahrscheinlich kannst du reingehen. Und dann bin ich halt Turtle Rock reingegangen, bla bla bla, Turtle Rock fertig gemacht. Bin dann nach Misery Mire, habe in Misery Mire dann den Spiegel gefunden, habe Misery Mire fertig gemacht und dann so, ja gut, aber ich habe immer noch nicht die Flippers und ich muss noch Swamp Palace machen. Alles gemacht, einfach alles gemacht und als letztes dann nochmal in Turtle Rock rein, um da in die Mimic Cave zu gehen und da sind natürlich dann die scheiß Flippers. Ja, das war ein bisschen ärgerlich. Hätte ich es halt andersrum gemacht, wäre ich zuerst in Misery Mire und dann in Turtle Rock, wäre es kein Problem gewesen, aber das hatte ich vorhin einfach nicht auf dem Schirm. Ja. Wir sagen Dankeschön. 40 Jahre die Flippers. Hat Dirk vorhin auch schon geschrieben. Und moin Günther, ey. Schönen guten Abend. Das geht ab. Warte, was war jetzt hier der Text? Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the reserve department. The expenses of and exam fees for the reserve department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy, Ernest Wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. Ja, das ist wahrscheinlich der, auf den wir warten, dieses True Genius da. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident. It was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There is no way this incident really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it would just be a waste of time to wonder about things that doesn't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga, the Reserve Department. The department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Cool students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, here you're right. You're here again. And the thing that's weird is you, of course, huh?
Hey!
Why did you forget you were part of the reserve department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you've entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say? Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those Reserve Corps students. Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Huh? You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I would know anything about that though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it. When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a Reserve Corps student. Damn it, what the heck? Reserve Department, Hauptsache wieder Beweise auch. Wie er echt die Flippers, wir sagen Dankeschön, reingepostet hat, dieser Typ, ey. Junge. Ihr kennt den Scheiß wieder, ne? There are a bunch of wood lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking woodblock key sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue. There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. Ich kann wahrscheinlich rausheben. The cherry tree is proudly displaying with full blossoms. The falling petals add to the elegance of the scene. If Hiyoko and Peko were here, it would have looked truly picturesque. For their sakes as well, I will definitely go home. The target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, there could have been a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? Könnte hier ein Minispiel sein. Ist es aber nicht. Sad.
What's going on?
This hallway is kinda creepy. I can't go to places that I should be able to go to. It's like some rule is being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. Jetzt kann ich hier durch, oder? Nee. Ich dachte. Weil der Raum nicht ausgebaut ist, ne? Aber hier kann ich rein. 5a. Ich glaube, ich brauche mir den Raum an sich gar nicht so viel anzugucken. So. Reicht wahrscheinlich einfach das Buch hier zu lesen. This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for More. It's the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Huh? Wieso wird mir Edelgas-Dings vorgeschlagen, wenn ich eh gebannt bin? Twitch ist so dumm. Ja, ich habe keine Ahnung, ey. Wasn't the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in the other manga too? Gehen Sie doch hin. It's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic and most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little bit more about that incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamukura. Kennen wir aber nicht, oder? Izuru Kamukura? Sagt mir jetzt nichts. Izuru was a genius, known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as a symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. Okay, also der hat 13 andere Schüler umgebracht und die haben so getan, als wäre nichts passiert. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students, who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began, and that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. Devastating. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited Danganronpa 0. With a high desire, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way certain people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy. What irony for a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope, Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope, but for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here it said the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful and most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who surely used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? The incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Raw versus SmackDown. What the hell is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in the freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. There's another manga just laying on around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really about? It might turn out to be something lame. Dass du das immer komplett vorlesen musst, ne? Also das ist immer so komplett sagen. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Junge, ey. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesque because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became the only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them. And soon the weak formed factions so to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times, when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coup d'états began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. Liest ja wirklich ein ganzes Buch, ja. War fought not for principles, religion or personal gain. Just war, pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this really is true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at the manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this? Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough. What is this messed up manga? I thought you would obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though. Thanks to them stealing your school memories, the incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. Ja, dass die halt, dass der Angst hat, dass sie nicht vorbereitet sind sozusagen auf die Außenwelt. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so you want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope, just like now. Perhaps, no, that's definitely it. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? They are devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction. Are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they are known as Ultimate Despair, they are high school students, right? Well, if they are actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then are the killings we are involved in connected to them as well? It's no use. I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. Phew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? Ay. No, I should ignore it. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see him. Why, hello Hachime, I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here?
No.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word to mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I don't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up, what did you need to tell me? It's about the key piece of information you've been waiting for so long to. Surprise, it's about Ultimate Despair. Huh? Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil and feared person alive. A high school girl?
Yes, indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima. Junko.
Hey,
As the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. And created ultimate despairs. Ooh, there was one horrible person in that group. Hold on a second. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout the history, right? There's nothing strange about it. That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason the incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize his threat? Then what was their purpose? What? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they would do what they did without any purpose. It was Junko and Oshima's despair. For Junko and Oshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko and Oshima as Junko and Oshima. What are you saying? I'm Mr. Blushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko and Oshima is full of so much despair, she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her everything is despair. Warum bringt die sich da nicht selbst um? Wenn alles Verzweiflung ist. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko and Oshima, like believers making offerings to their god, like a mother providing food to their children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko and Oshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And so hopelessly top it off. They completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy? Final days? Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. Hey, what do you mean, final days? What happened to the reserve department?
Of course.
They fulfilled their roles as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide. Mass suicide?
What'd you say?
All students? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. Huh? Is that me? I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair. Junko and Oshima. It doesn't scare me at all. I mean, Junko and Oshima is already dead. Huh? Wait, for you, is it true what you said? Junko and Oshima is already dead? What? You didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons Killing School Life in the Bloody Classroom. Bloody Classroom? No, wait. What was that you said about the Killing School Life? Ja, das ist die Geschehnisse auf dem ersten Teil. Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened in Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey,
For a manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead.
like,
It turns out that killing school life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy, and she took away their memories, just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing? The students of Hope's Peak Academy are weirdly known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko Enoshima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair that she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore. Then who is our enemy? If Junko Enoshima is already dead, are the rest of the ultimate despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings were involved in it resembled that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation.
no shit.
If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll use to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras, oh, kann mich nicht mehr erinnern, hat die wirklich selbst noch gemacht? Ja, ich glaube schon. Also ich kann mich halt noch erinnern, dass wir am Ende in einem Class-Trial waren und sie sich dann quasi zu erkennen gegeben hat, ja, und ihre wahre Persönlichkeit und sowas. Und am Ende wurde die halt quasi überführt. Ich weiß nicht mehr genau, ob sie Selbstmord gemacht hat oder... Also, war sie schon. Also irgendwie sowas. Ich weiß es auch nicht mehr genau gerade. Also ich versuche mich gerade zu erinnern, wie genau sie gestorben ist, aber ich weiß es gerade nicht. Camera all over Jibberwock Island. Ich weiß nur, dass wir in diesem Ding jetzt gegen sie waren, in diesem Class Trial. Are they broadcasting this somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What, do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. Oh well, I just raised the flag. Flag? What do you mean by raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that? One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character route. You're not making any sense. Now then, I give you guys my all. I tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I raise them flags like crazy. Ich bin jetzt fertig mit dem Gespräch hier, oder?
Hey,
Actually, describe Junko Enoshima as an ultimate starter on his own. Der erzählt das selber aber jetzt nochmal, oder? Ja, ja. Ich will den jetzt nicht nochmal vorlesen. Oder nochmal lesen überhaupt. Na, guck mal, wir sind doch nur 9 Flur. It changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? Oh, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Ey, wie viel muss ich denn hier jetzt noch untersuchen, ey? Ohne Scheiß, ey. Akane is switching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened? Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. What do you mean, who? I don't know, it's just my gut after all. But still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. Music room. Okay, was ist das da für ein Ding? I feel like I can see something strange. Ja, ein bisschen. What is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope Seek Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they are survivors of Hope Seek Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko Enoshima rallying them. In the worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school live. Also, if they are survivors of Hope Peak Academy, you should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hope Peak Academy, 15 students, is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation. There were definitely 15 of us, but